We've been here for 31 years. As you see, all the pictures of the people and stuff that came through. This is a family-owned business. Everybody here and stuff is all family. That's my sister.
I'm a true Austinite, born and raised in Austin. Born and raised, true Austinite. It's good they remodeling and stuff, but it's not benefiting the low-income people that live here because they forcing them to leave out their neighborhood because they can build a $200,000 home, taxes go up, so then we can't afford to live here. We can't afford to live here, so we got to move. So they started doing that. So the people that on the low income, they got to go somewhere, and that's what running people out. It's a good thing, and it is not a good thing because see, when they want to rebuild, they're not rebuilding for the people to stay in this neighborhood. So and that's the only thing I don't like about it.
A lot of people and stuff have stuck it out. A lot of people and stuff have sold out. A lot of people have left. So it's basically and stuff just like everybody's just really trying to basically live and keep on going.
This is how the lady rides on her way to town. This is how the cowboy rides, the cowboy rides, the cowboy rides. This is how the cowboy rides on her way to town. Woo! I've been in Austin for 6 years.
You live with your
I've lived on the east side for about probably 4 years. I'm at MLK Airport.
Oh, really? Where?
It's just right across the train tracks, the Harvey and 17. Big group of our friends all organized a daycare with friends of ours that watch them on just Mondays and Fridays. Because we have a lot of other friends with babies over here, and we do child co-ops here, and essentially a daycare set up by our friends with all of our friends' babies in it. So for me, it's a good situation because we have a pretty strong community in East Austin that we hang out with on the weekends and play with. Just more development. That's the biggest change I'd have to say I've seen. Is just more newer houses, and more businesses. I guess have opened up definitely. But I do think it'll continue to change, and it'll probably get changed quicker. Especially if they put all the businesses down here at this. The more businesses we bring in, the more policing there is and whatnot for the crime situations. But even then, I really feel like the more business comes in, the more the crime rate will lower versus just residential, because a lot of residential people don't necessarily concern themselves with it, whereas business people do. I also think East Austin is a very non-racist part of town. I don't see racial issues more than just maybe cultural issues or illegal issues or whatnot.
Born and raised here. I like to do some traveling, but I'm like Dorothy. I click my heels together and there's no place like home. My people have been here since 1954. Yes, my grandmother, I cared for her until she passed in 1999. The property taxes gone up since the gentrification over in the community, and it's really made an impact on the people that have been here, because some of the people that the old homesteaders have been here for a while, and some of them have lost a lot of the property, due to the top property tax changes and through life changes. Back in the days when we could only do certain things to the homes, by city code, we can do now. When we wanted to do them, we couldn't. But when the people that are living in the area change, then the code changes, which I feel is extremely unfair. But that's life, and times change. The property value has raised, but what I see is the taxes also go up. If the people don't know how to get the help, it's going to be hard on them, because a lot of them are on fixed incomes or moderate incomes, and they're going to end up losing more of their properties, because of the increase, and not knowing how to adjust.
lived here for 6 months without even, I came up here maybe once. And then one day I was up here and I thought, this would be a great place for a garden just because there's tons of sunlight, there's no bugs, there's no weeds. It's very controlled, and I have a little water hose right there, so it makes it real easy. I think this is a great neighborhood. I think, like all those people up there, they've been here forever, and they, once you get to know them, they're really nice. But at first, it's kind of weird because,
Yeah, from up here, everything looks so different. But when you get down at eye level and start talking to people, you realize how we're all the same.
Yeah.
Because from up here, it looks so different.
I think at first when we moved in, there was a little, I could feel some of the women that hung out at the convenience store. There was a little animosity. There was a little, they weren't quite sure. But once I was just sort of, started talking to them, and they realized I was just a neighbor, just like they were.
Just trying to get by.
Yeah, they all know each other. They've been here forever.
And that's the thing. Like everyone we run into, everyone knows each other. They know our business. We know their business. Yeah. It's inevitable. You're gonna know their business, and they look out for each other, and they look out. And we found they actually look out for us now, and we find, I think that's, you become accepted when they start looking out for you and but then I feel kind of guilty because we're raising the property taxes just by being here, and I wonder what's going to happen to people who can't afford the property taxes.
Because I think some of the most charming people in the neighborhood are like Sam right there, who's lived here forever. He
owned
this lot
he owned
and that lot. And, he used to live in South Austin, and the same thing kind of happened there while we lived there. Is the Hispanic population basically got pushed out. I mean, the last little Hispanic family that I just thought, there were like 3 or 4 generations living in this little tiny house, and they were the nicest people. They had chickens in their yard, and one day their house was bulldozed, gone. Yeah, it was terrible. I don't know where they went. I have no idea.
About that in South Austin.
Yeah.
It hasn't happened as dramatically over here yet. I'm sure it's coming.
Yeah, it's coming. But things like that are inevitable. It's so close to UT and so close to downtown that this is the last frontier,